Hey loves, welcome to this video. So this is a Q&A. I'm answering the questions that you guys sent me on Instagram. So let's get started. I have the questions here, so that's why I'm reading from here. So the first question is, how do you manage to sustain yourself and your daughter financially? So the first thing I can say is that I've always tried to look for different ways of earning an income. That's why I normally joke that I've done a million jobs, but that is true. So there's a time like when I started YouTube, I was doing a full-time job and then I was doing writing on the side. Also, I've done writing on the side for years. And then I quit my full-time job and then I concentrated on writing full-time. And then after some time, things just went down. For those in the writing industry, you know, when Al took over ChatGTP, a lot of jobs, like a lot of clients started just writing for themselves using ChatGTP. A lot of people lost jobs. There are some who still have jobs because there are some clients who still prefer that human touch. But I just realized that the jobs had gone down. So I cut that off and focus on other things. And right now, majorly, my source of income, majorly, not the only, but majorly is from content creation. So that means YouTube, number one, from the Google AdSense, when people watch ads, I get paid. But that is not every single month. Like I've not been getting paid every single month, but I'll get to that. But apart from that, I've found other ways of making content creation pay, and I'm still trying to find other ways of making it pay. So it might be like, you might look at it like one thing, but it is not just one thing, like just YouTube ads. Like it is a whole big industry which you can earn from this way and this way and this way. And one of the ways is I market YouTube channels and businesses on my YouTube community post and my Instagram stories. That's one thing. Sometimes people pay me to do stuff for them, content creation related. Like for example, if you're not able to do something on your own and you want me to do it for you, then I charge. There are different ways. I've been trying to get into affiliate marketing. I'm also a JForce agent with Jumia, which means sometimes I order stuff for people online and I get a commission. It's not a regular thing. It's not my main thing, but my point is I've tried to find ways so that I get something small from here and from here and from here and from here. And there are other things that I've talked about here. And there's also another thing that I am heavily investing into, because I know that will be more reliable, but it requires a lot of investment upfront and a lot of time. So I'm trying to save up the money to do that. So I keep trying to find different ways of earning money. That is one way. The second way is through budgeting. Since I mastered how to budget well, I'm telling you, I'm not an expert, but I am way better than I was years ago. And budgeting has really helped me, because I normally stick to my budget 95% of the time. There's that 5% because I leave room for flexibility, but 95% of the time. And I split my bills in according to, I have bills, I have expenses. One day I might tackle how I budget, but budgeting helps me a lot. Bills are things like rent. Your rent will not fluctuate. This month it's the same and the next month is the same. Things like shopping. Shopping is expenses. Let me say you have less money. The rent will still have to pay the same amount. The shopping can reduce. When I get my income, on months that I get my income at once. For example, on YouTube, I did a video about my first payment check. So that month I got paid. The next month I didn't get paid. The next 2 months I got paid. This month I'm not getting paid because I've not met the threshold of 70 euros. You need to make 70 euros per month for you to get paid. My views have gone down the past 2 months or so, so I did not make enough to get paid. But on months that I know I'm expecting that is like the bulk of it, and then there's this and this and this, I sit down and I say, these are my bills, these are my expenses, where can I cut costs? Things like that. The third thing is that I keep my expenses small. This might be hard to believe, but if you're very keen and you look at my videos, the way I do my Nairobi living vlogs, which means I take you through my entire week. If I'm not going to events, if I'm not like I decide to go and treat myself, my expenses are normally very low, because one, I work from home. Everything that I do, all these things I've mentioned, all these things that I'm building, I'm doing them from home, online. So that means that I don't have to incur transport every single day. I took my child to a school that is 4.5 minutes away from where we live. And that is very intentional. I have never lived in a place where I've paid bus fare, because I always make sure that when I'm looking for a house, I look for a house and I look for the school that are like that. So I save money on that. Even for school, I looked for a school that I can afford. And that is not by coincidence. I'm very intentional about these things, about keeping my expenses low. So even when you check my videos, you won't see things like expensive handbags, perfumes, and whatever, because I'm not yet there yet. I'm not there yet where I can buy them here all the time. So maybe you'll see things like Gikomba or whatever. And maybe in a whole week, if maybe I don't have money or if I'm low on cash, the only thing that I'll be spending money on is food. And then the next thing is that I pay my child's school fees at the beginning of the term. If I'm able to, most of the time I pay the full amount at the beginning of the term. If I'm not able to, I pay like half and then the other half. So you see, I just have the normal, the daily expenses. So I try to keep my expenses low. And then when I have money to splurge, I splurge. There are some times that you take it month by month. Sometimes you just take it even day by day. Because the way I budget also, when I have that income that I've talked about, is different from the way I budget. Like the way I'm going to budget this month is very, very different because I know I'm not expecting any money from YouTube. So that means that I have to do I can't do sit down and be like, okay, I have this much, I'm budgeting. So that means I'll be like, the first money that I get from here, I pay rent. The second month that I get from here, I pay school fees. No, so I'll not be able to pay at once. I'll be able to pay as it comes in. I hope this has been helpful. Maybe you've picked a tip or two here. The second question you guys asked is, what's a new lesson you are learning now in life? I'm learning a lot of lessons, but the main one is that life is not that straightforward in that, let me say, you do the correct thing, you do everything right. Now there's a reward waiting for you there, or your life will turn out so well because you did the correct thing. If that were the case, I've gotten so many rewards because I've been such a good girl my entire life and I've stuck to what I've done, what I was supposed to do. But I'm learning that sometimes life is not like that. Sometimes that person that you felt like they was not even serious in school, you are waking up at 3 a.m. to read, their life is way better than yours. And you're like, but what happened? Even in just life in general, there's this person that may see you think that they are such a bad girl, oh, their life is going to end up, no, terrible. And then they're the ones who end up with someone who loves them so much. He's a millionaire, billionaire, gives them the love that they want. And you, that you are good, or this other, and that was good. They went somewhere, got into a bad relationship with someone broke their heart, damaged them, someone left them pregnant. Life is not just straightforward, like, you know what, if I do this, and then this is how it's going to turn out. Sometimes you have to be a rebel. You have to rebel. Sometimes you just have to find ways to maneuver or do what you have to do to get to your goal, because life is not straightforward like that. The third question is, what's your most favorite video that you have ever done? So, when you put the word most, it puts a certain kind of pressure, because at this point, guys, I have over 280 videos. Tell me which one can be my favorite. It takes a little bit of thinking here and there, but I'm going to mention top 3, okay, that just come top of my head. My first favorite video, or one of the videos I like so much, is my daughter's 5th birthday. Because I threw a birthday party for her, and it was not like a big birthday party. Funny thing, it didn't even have like my relatives and my friends. No, I just prepared those snacks and whatever, and I went to my neighbor's door at 6:37 p.m. and I kept knocking. I was like, hey, give me a child. It's Taraji's birthday. Give me a child. It's Taraji's birthday. That's how I collected all the kids who are like Taraji's neighbors and her friends, and then they came to the house. I was supposed to hand them over snacks, and then they just go back to their house and we cut the cake. The kids said they wanted to stay. They stayed with some. Happy birthday, dear Taraji. Happy birthday. How old are you now? How old are you now? Hurry. Happy birthday, dear Tara. Happy birthday. We danced together with the kids. We danced with my friends, who are also my neighbors now, and their kids were Taraji's friends. At the end of the day, I think we forgot that it was actually a kid's birthday, because me and my friend, we took over. We danced. It was such a wonderful memory because that's the last birthday that I did for her. I didn't do a birthday last year. This year we celebrated, but I didn't do a birthday party. So we had the whole cake, the whole Sophia, the first cake. She was so happy. She was surrounded by kids. And that's how I imagine a kid's birthday. A kid's birthday should be surrounded by kids because it's her day. So I always ask myself, would she be happier if she got more of her fellow kids or her friends, or more of my friends and adults? Of course, more kids. And so I got as many kids as possible. And that video, I love it so much. The second most favorite video is my brother's admission to the bar. That was last year. You guys, my brother went to law school, finished, did the whole Kenya School of Law, whatever, graduated, and he was admitted to the bar. I think that was one of my best days last year. Because you know what? This is our last born. I know he's tall, I know he has beards, and he looks big. He's our last born. I'm the first born. I have a sister. My sister is in Kisumu, so that's why you don't see a lot of her because we don't live in the same town. And then my brother and I live both in Nairobi. The reason why that video meant so much, it's because I captured that day, and that day meant a lot to me because we lost our parents when we were young, and my brother, since he was the last born, he was the youngest of them all. He was so young. I've kind of always been worried about him, like, will he be okay? He didn't get the same amount of attention and love like I did, because for me, my mom passed away when I was in high school. He was way too young to be an orphan. So I've always been kind of worried, like, will he be okay? Will he be okay? And then I just saw him like, yeah, he's being okay. Like, he's doing it. He's like progressing in life. He has passed and has been admitted to the bar. Alice! There he is. Okay. Look at how smart he looks. Congratulations. My brother is here. I just going to that friend was like, I'm happy. Something in my heart is saying that it's real. I'm on that gave me such joy, just see him like that. Of course, that was last year. He's still young. Doesn't mean that if you get admitted like this and now life is popping, he's still trying to figure out life. But that video, the fact that we've captured that moment, it was so precious to me. My third most favorite video is my first video. I think it was titled something along the lines of "Be kind to yourself, welcome to my channel" or something. Because this is the day that I said, you know what, Linda, you're not going to just say, oh, you want to be a YouTuber, oh, you want to be a YouTuber. You're actually going to do it. I actually did it. I created a channel, I filmed the damn video, and I uploaded it. So that first video, it means a lot to me. I'm so proud of it. And I've left it there. As much as I'm there with my funny looking hair and whatever, but I've still left it there. And I was surprised when 2 of you guys went back to that video. 2 of you have commented on it recently. And I was like, if I'm even watching it, I've left it there so I can see like I did it. Okay? So the next question is, last year was tough for me financially. I'm okay this year, but I keep getting bad anxiety. How did you overcome? So if you're new here, who started watching me recently, I think the reason why she's asked how did I overcome, because I went through something similar last year. I went through a tough financial season for months and months and months and months, and then eventually in December we were kicked out of our house. What you're going through is normal, very, very normal. You've been burnt. It's like, kids are playing, around a fire. They're carefree, they're running around, and then one of them falls into the fire, or they dip their hand and they get hurt. They won't look at fire the same. They'll always be anxious. They'll be more careful. You went through the worst of the worst, and your brain still remembers. You said that last year, I'm okay this year. I'm so happy that at least you're okay right now. But I keep getting bad anxiety. That is normal. How did you overcome? Who told you that I've overcome this thing? I think majorly. But there are those triggers. Because you know how bad it can get. It's like someone who's never been heartbroken before. You're like, oh, love is so beautiful. And then you get someone who messes up with your heart and stumbles on it. The next time you're dating someone, like, oh, will he do this? Oh, can I trust him? There's that can in him. So I've not overcome it fully. Most of the time I'm okay. But when things don't go as planned, like there was 1 month, I didn't get the money that I had planned on getting, like the full amount. So I had less money. So what happened was that I didn't have enough money for rent. If you're not in Kenya we pay rent monthly. I know some countries we pay yearly. For us, it's monthly. It was only 1 month, and I've always paid my rent on time. But this 1 month, I'm telling you, my anxiety was so bad. I just kept doing. So when the people who manage the building, when they called me, I told them, I don't have the full amount yet. I have it was more than half actually. I have this amount. It's not the full amount. So I don't know what to do. There's money that I'm expecting. Yes, there was money that I was expecting. There's money that I'm expecting on this date, but it's going to be a little bit late, okay? So can I wait and then maybe just pay everything at once? They're like, you just pay what you have, and then when you get the money, you'll top up the balance. I was like, but I'm telling you, I had gotten so worried. I'm like, well, are they going to kick us out of the house? Because that happens, because you know how bad it can get. So it's easier for you to have that memory. And there's something that I didn't mention on how I also managed to take care of my daughter, whatever. I've started being, I think this is the year that I've started being so serious with my emergency fund and saving. So I'm not there yet where I can tell you, I've saved for like 3 months expenses or 6. No, that's the goal for me, but I'm not there yet. But I do that. So on months that I don't get as much income as I was hoping for, I take from the emergency fund. So having that fund gives you some kind of assurity, like, you know what, even if things go bad for this month or next month, I can use it. So if you're not doing that, please do that. That is the goal for me, because for mine, it keeps fluctuating. I keep putting it in. When I don't have money, I keep taking it out. So it's not stable. So if you're able to do that, do that. The second thing is that you need to know that if you believe in God, God has your back. God has your back. There's this verse that the minute I read it, it just stuck on me. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. Stop worrying. Stop being anxious. Stop doing whatever. Just be still. Chill, relax, and let God show you that He's God, because He has your back. Things will just work out. Sometimes I tell myself that was the worst. That was the worst of the worst. So it cannot get any worse than the worst. No, it cannot. So even when things are bad, I'm like, yes, things are bad, but they're not as bad as they were. Like, that was the worst. I'm not going back there again. It can only be not so good, but cannot get to that level again. So you have to believe that. Another thing that helps me is positive affirmations that are in line with, being anxious about financial whatever. There's this particular affirmation that helps to calm me down. It is, everything always works out for my greater good. Everything always works out for my greater good, or things always work out for my greater good. So even if things are going like sideways, it's for my greater good. It's for my own good. Even if that's not what I want, it's for my own good. So that means that things are supposed to work out like that because there's a greater reason, and that greater reason, I will discover it, and that means that maybe I'm going to be better after this. So even if things are going down, it will not take me down, because things always work out for my greater good. Another thing about money is I get anxious when, for example, let me say I was expecting money from this source. Maybe I was expecting money from, let me say, YouTube, and then it doesn't come. Like this month, I'm not getting the money from YouTube. So that is enough to make me anxious. Like, of course, I'm going to get money from here and there also, but no, that is not like the main. So it makes me anxious. So for me to calm myself down, I have this affirmation of money comes to me from different sources. Money comes to me from different sources. So it doesn't have to be the source that I was expecting. That because now I've not gotten money from YouTube, that does not mean that I will not get money, because money comes to me from different sources. So just try to calm yourself down, believe in God, do positive affirmations, and I hope the anxiety will continue to reduce and reduce. So the fifth one, it's not a question, it's I love you so much, and I have been intending to send you a gift. Girl, wacha nijipange then nitatuma. So that's Swahili translation, means that I wanted to do direct translation, not let me arrange myself. She's planning. So when she's planned and things have aligned for her, she'll send them. What is AKH in full? AKH. Ebu niambieni. Tell me, guys. But I love you so much, and I love you too, girl. Okay, thank you so much, guy. I think some of the things that surprise me on these social media spaces that someone can just love you and they've not seen you. Like someone can just like you and be like, I like you and I want to do something good for you. Like I still struggle with that concept. I'm like, thank you so much, girl. No pressure. Whenever you're ready, I'll be happy to receive whatever gift it is you want to send me. If there's anyone else who feel like they want to gift me, there's the option of supporting me directly through YouTube. When you go to your videos, there's that thanks button. When you click on it, you're able to send me money. YouTube will deduct a certain percentage of it. I'll get a certain percentage of it. Or not. If not, if you want to send it directly to me, you can DM me on Instagram or send me an email. I'll provide you with my financial details and then you can send me. Be blessed, girl. Number 6 is, which brands are you eyeing to work with and tag them if possible? This is from one of my closest friends. Thank you, girl. She said tag them if possible because initially I was answering these questions on IG. I answered some of them and then I realized that some of them I just need to explain well. So that's why I decided to do a YouTube video. But it would have been nice to tag them, but don't worry, we shall work with them. So, top of that list, Maybelline, my goodness. If I happen to work with Maybelline, I will know that I have arrived. Mama, I have arrived. I admire this brand so much. And from a dark-skinned person, Maybelline is one of those brands that carries products for dark-skinned women. Leave alone these brands that keep telling you, we have for dark skin, and then when I go to buy, they're like, oh, this is the darkest shade. And I'm like, the darkest shade is lighter than my complexion. That does not even make sense. What about people who are actually darker than me? What are they supposed to do? So I respect Maybelline for that. I love Maybelline so much. I've told you guys that I'm investing in original makeup, and you better believe that my first foundation is going to be from Maybelline Fit Me. So I admire Maybelline so much. Guys, the way they take their time to even do their campaigns, the way they work with content creators or influencers, the way they take them even through their products, the way when you look at Maybelline campaigns, they even take women of different complexion, ethnicities. I love Maybelline so much. The second one is Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Okay, let me just put Coca-Cola and Fanta. Guys, if you see the advert for Coca-Cola, you just feel thirsty. You want to quench that thirst. You see the way they do those adverts so well. Like, it looks like a very highly organized company, very creative. I would love to just work with them so I can explore my creativity and see what I can do with their brand. I love. Another brand that I would like to work with is Jumia. I love Jumia. I've worked with Jumia as a JForce agent. Ordering stuff for people online. I've worked with Jumia as an affiliate. Yeah, I share my links, and if you order something through my link, you get something. I order things from Jumia every single day. Even today, I've ordered something from Jumia. 3 days ago, I ordered something from Jumia. I feel like Jumia has been like the trendsetter, like showing other online platforms what should be done. Like, it's a platform that you can get everything on Jumia. Even shoes you can buy from Jumia, and then they're affordable. So sometimes even when I want to buy from another store, I'm like, but Jumia is affordable. Let me just buy from Jumia. I would love to work with Jumia. And then for the influencers that have worked with Jumia, I think in Kenya, Jumia is the company that values influencers so much. The way they treat their influencers, the way they invite them through, the way I want to work with Jumia. They respect and they value the people who work with them. I want to work with Jumia. I am going to work with Jumia. I am going to work with Jumia. That's what I know. Very, very soon. Another one is my dawa. I feel like my dawa, even before my dawa came, we were like, what is that? Like, I feel like there's never been an online, like, pharmacy or something like that in Kenya where you can order medicines online and, health and wellness products. Like it's so big. And the brand colors, the pink. I'm telling you, there are so many nice ideas that in my head right now, if I want to, I'm just thinking like, okay, if I work with them, I can do this, I can create a photo like this, I can create a video like this. Like, I'm just so excited to work with my dawa. And then the fifth one I'm going to mention is Nivea. Nivea has amazing products. And then they are very, very affordable because there are other brands that have amazing products, but they're very expensive. And then they have like almost everything right now, like which skincare or body, whatever that you want, and Nivea doesn't have. I love Nivea. I hope to work with Nivea one day. The last question is, how are you able to manage between motherhood and living your life? Hey, if you think that I'm living my life, then I'm doing a good job. Though for real, I know myself and I'm still yet not there. I'm still not living my life the way I want to. I'm still leaning more towards motherhood. Right now, we're like, motherhood is like this, and I want it to be somewhere doing a dance like this. But one of the things I do is that I take my child along. I got this tip from, if you know All of Destiny, she's a YouTuber. She's called All of Destiny. Her mother also started a YouTube channel, and I don't watch as much these days, but I was watching her when she started. And there's one day when she said that take your child along. Take your child along. Don't pause your life and then wait for the child to grow and then you start your life. Just take your child along. For example, I'm happy to announce that as you'll be watching this video, we'll be on our first vacation. I don't want to scream. We'll be on our first vacation. And instead of thinking, oh, who is going to watch over Taraji as I go on vacation? I'm going with her. So take your child along whenever you can. That means that you're having fun, they're having fun, you're having fun together. Let me not get distracted. The second thing I do to make sure that I'm still a mom, but I still live my life, is I have a separate identity. I have my own identity. Out of all of my friends, it is only 2 who normally call me Mama Taraji. You know yourselves. Na nimwambia mwache kunita hivyo. All of my friends call me Linda. Linda Mary. Those are my names. Every other thing that I'm doing in my life, motherhood, it's a title. It's a title that I have. It's like you are CEO. You are CEO of a company. Is that like your name? Are we supposed to keep calling you CEO? You have a name. Being a mother, that's a title that I have. I'm a mother, I'm a friend, I'm a sister, whatever. I don't take it all. You know, when people introduce themselves and like, hi, I'm Mama Taraji. I've never done that. Hi, I'm Linda. That means I'm introducing myself at my kids' school, or where the kids or people know Taraji, I'll be like, hi, I'm Linda. I'm Taraji's mother. But I am Linda. I have a separate identity. If you don't want to be consumed so much with motherhood, able to try it, guys. Sometimes I feel some type of way when I keep saying, everyone, the way you introduce yourself, I'm so-and-so's wife, I'm so-and-so's mother. Those are titles. Those are roles that you have. Who are you? I am Linda Mary. There is 1-2 people who normally call me Mama Taraji. Even sometimes once in a while, some of you will call me and then you text me, I want to click it. Mama Taraji. Oh, Mama Taraji is me. There's a time someone called. Mama Taraji. I kept looking at them. Wow, why are they shouting? Why are they? Oh, Mama Taraji is me. When my necklace has come off. Mama Taraji is me. I am Linda. That is my identity. I have a separate identity. So that helps me to kind of, in my own way, in my brain, separate motherhood from me. Another way I ensure that I still live my life is that there are places I go to alone. Maybe me by myself. Maybe some of you during these events you ask me, you didn't go with Taraji? No, I didn't go with her, and I'm not going to go with her. There are places that I want to go to alone. Even there are times people invite me to places, especially things to do with girls, places, having fun, and they're like, you can come with Taraji. No, I'm not coming with her. This is Linda coming to have fun. Linda to forget about motherhood for a while. It is not Taraji's mom you're inviting Linda. Linda will show up. There are places that, yes, I can come with my child, but I choose not to. So I can, be free and dance and run here without worrying. Like, when was the last time my child ate? It was 1 hour ago. Are they hungry? Can I get them something? Do you want to go to the toilet? I just want to be me. There are places you'll invite me and I will not come with my child. So you need to have that balance of places you can have fun together or you carrying them together and places that are just meant for you. And one of the things that I also want to start doing is the monthly solo dates, because that is just for me. On a day-to-day basis, try to find time that you have alone. Maybe have the kids sleep earlier, maybe 1 hour or 2 hours before you sleep, so you can have that me time and focus on you. The 4th thing that I'm working on is having someone I trust to look after my child so I can live life the way that I want to. Okay, I'm living life, but not the way that I want to. And I still have, I don't know, there's that mom guilt, and mom guilt will always be there. Don't let it hold you back. You will feel guilty, but still do it. There's mom guilt, and also I think I have attachment issues, because Taraji's godmother was around, and she kept telling me, make good use of me. Go out. Please go out. Please go have fun, because she's her godmother. She loves her. I trust her with her. They have a good relationship. Go out. Go out. It's been months. Go out. Linda is just in the house. Linda is just in the... She was like, make good use of me. I didn't. Now I'm in that process of looking for babysitter or people that I trust, that I can just, go and not worry about, hey, what's going on? I just live life. And then the other thing that also helps me to balance motherhood and living my life is that my child is big. Taraji is 7 whole years old, okay? And her IQ she's way, I don't know, I don't want to say smarter or more mature, but the way she thinks is like a 10-year-old kid, no? Taraji, the things that I don't worry so much about her right now, because she can do for herself, she knows what not to do, what to do. I don't know how to explain it, but it gets easier. If you have a younger child, it gets easier, because, for example, if they are in toddler stage, then that is the time you have to be there with them. You blink and they've broken everything and they have fallen down and they've crushed their head. You cannot blink and relax too much, but as they grow older, you're able to, breathe, able to step out, go do something, quickly come back. Guys, it's always fun answering your questions. Thank you so much to anyone who submitted a question. If you have any other question, you can just put them in the comment and then I'll respond to them. Thank you so much for watching this video. Nawapenda sana, and see you in our next vlog video. Bye bye.